History is filled with liars. If he lives and we die, his truth becomes written.
You told a Glock, that bitch your face. You don't want smoke, get out my face. You niggas ain't rapping, such a disgrace. That boy stay capping, need a cage. Can't walk this darkness in my place. I got cold white inside my veins. You niggas ain't rapping, such a disgrace. That boy stay capping, need a cage. You told a Glock, that bitch your face. You don't want smoke, get out my face. You niggas ain't rapping, such a disgrace. That boy stay capping, need a cage. Can't walk this darkness in my place. I got cold white inside my veins. You niggas ain't rapping, such a disgrace. That boy stay capping, need a cage. Don't fuck with lanes, don't fuck with facts. Don't care about bitches and distraction. My bank account, another transaction. We count them digits and subtract it. Don't fuck with lanes, don't fuck with facts. Don't care about bitches and distraction. My bank account, another transaction. We caught that nigga, sent him packing. Yeah, we send it niggas back. Don't give a fuck about the past. He hit the pavement, now he napping. You need some shit, just tap, tap, tap it. Just know your role and play your part. You're all talk and you're all bar. We see the loser in your heart, so please stop acting like you're smart. We left that loser in a ditch. That's what you get for talking shit. These niggas talking tough for Twitter, but I know you're full of it. Talking about slime, talking about gang. Nigga, you do not have no click. Nigga trying to say I make a mad, but boy, you really make me sick. You told a Glock, that bitch your face. You don't want smoke, get out my face. You niggas ain't rapping, such a disgrace. That boy stay capping, need a cage. Can't walk this darkness in my place. I got cold white inside my veins. You niggas ain't rapping, such a disgrace. That boy stay capping, he need a cage. You told a Glock, that bitch your face. You don't want smoke, get out my face. You niggas ain't rapping, such a disgrace. That boy stay capping, he need a cage. Can't walk this darkness in my place. I got cold white inside my veins. You niggas ain't rapping, such a disgrace. That boy stay capping, he need a cage. Don't fuck with lanes, don't fuck with facts. Don't care about bitches and distraction. My bank account, another transaction. We count them digits and subtract it. Don't fuck with lanes, don't fuck with facts. Don't care about bitches and distraction. My bank account, another transaction. We caught that nigga, sent him packing.
What's the matter, kid? Don't you want to play? After all, they're your toys.
All right. What's up, people? Sorry, I'm literally staring at my OBS because I don't want no bodega in the room. I might have to relocate, hopefully. Hold on. Hopefully, internet cooperates. Hope everyone is well. How y'all doing? See 8 of y'all are in here currently. And I just want to show y'all a tweet. I just got a tweet to show y'all. And we gonna talk about it. I'm gonna show y'all something, then we gonna talk about it. Because goddamn. I always know I've done something right with a video if it comes with a certain amount of hate. I do think if the hate goes too far, you might have not cooked, but just look. Just look. This is what they doing to me, bro. They cooking me. You're just a dumb OP-tard that's hating on Naruto is better and best in the big 3. Delete your channel. My poor feelings. My heart. Oh no. I'm so terribly damaged. And then there was a couple of people. What's up? Yeah, they're gonna hate regardless. It's true. I'm not upset. I genuinely thought I was fair in the video. This is one of those ones where I'm like, I actually want to ask people who saw it, and for anyone who didn't see it, I'm gonna play it for a bit. It is a little bit lengthy-ish. It's about 25 minutes, but I thought it was fair. And for the people who are like, oh, you left out like Obito, that was on purpose. Obito will be getting his a separate video where I need to cook him. Aside from Kabuto, he might be the worst thing about Naruto to me. Unfair to who? The Uchiha? I thought as a collective we agreed that Tobirama was right. Tobirama's my guy. Plus water. We like water. I mean, there's probably things in the video itself I didn't remember to mention, but because I did 2 One Piece videos. I did a Naruto video. I have the Bleach video coming out this Friday or this weekend where I'm gonna talk about Bleach, and then it's all gonna be consolidated to me doing a contrast and comparison of the big three. For that video specifically, I'm doing my best to be as impartial, objective, and unbiased as I can be. I don't really think you can be those things. I think people overestimate themselves. But basically, between the 3 series and the big three, for whatever reason, I'm going down memory lane, big three lane. I want to talk about the subplot, central plot, the MCs, the characters, antagonists, pacing, writing, art, fights, themes, lore, world building, humor, anime games, and their energy/magic systems. And I'm going to be like talking about them all. And then for each category, I'm going to assign a ranking from the big three. So let's just say for central plot, I believe the best story is Bleach, followed by Naruto, followed by One Piece. By the end of me talking about that section, that's how they'll be ranked. So that's kind of how I'm structuring it. It's going to be a contrasting comparison. But yeah, I mean, Bleach still out here saying the big three is just big me. Bro, as a Naruto fan, you were completely fair. But yeah, like this is just this. Like, there was a few comments. I am going to play the video. I'm crying. I'm gonna play the video just for anyone who didn't see it. But there's even a few comments here that they're like mad at me. Let me just show you a little bit. Yeah, some of them are mad at me. I don't know what I just did. I said open this window, please. Thank you. And they ain't Gary. I'm just like that. Let me see. So yeah, someone said it's the best, not even close. This is things opinion. Gojo Daddy, Ultra Slayer. Let me see what else. Someone also said that Mike Guy was trash. You mean the best? I feel like there was like one more. Maybe if I go to newest, I'll find it. I had to delete one because there was too many slurs. Apparently, you get in trouble for that. Bro thinks One Piece is the best anime. I swear I don't even make Naruto videos, but this shit was so trash. Like, you see, like just they not happy. And this is how I know I cooked for real. If it was all overwhelming positivity, I know I didn't do anything. If it was maybe too much negativity, I may have not done anything. But there's a good balance, so I know I did something right. By the way, it's at 2.1K on a channel with not even 500 subscribers, so I appreciate all the love everyone's been showing. The algorithm definitely pushed that one out. Bleach stopped Boruto anime and forced One Piece to enter its nostalgia era. I feel that. A dumbass comment. It is what it is. Because like there were certain things I wanted to say, but recent information and my reread tempered my opinion on this. But I remember like I probably on a normal occasion would have mentioned I don't like the whole Obito was the best guy moment, but it was shown to me that was kind of a mistranslation. It was more so Naruto was commenting on the version of Obito who didn't stray down this path that became Hokage or followed his dream to become Hokage. Like, I don't like the scene on a very personal level. I still don't even think it personally worked within the confines of Naruto, but that does change the context of the scene where I can't look at it the same, and thus I didn't even mention it. And for the things that I knew were like very generic Naruto criticisms, I thought I was very honest about it. I mentioned I wish Rock Lee got a bigger role in the end and showed that with just taijutsu you can become a great ninja. But conversely, I showed that Might Guy was probably the best example of that we got. He's not blessed or gifted by the special lineage or certain amount of like large chakra pool. As a matter of fact, he's hindered. He's not good. He can't really use ninjutsu or genjutsu, and became a fantastic ninja that Madara coined as the best in taijutsu. Like, I felt, and even like when I said like, yeah, even for the good things I had to say that were generic, like, oh, part 1 is so great. Like, I was very honest about those being very generic comments that I knew I wasn't saying anything new when it comes to the Naruto conversation. What I love about big three is that each of them give complete different experiences. My guy Ross, fuck yeah. I think I agree with you. I think my reread of these 3 series made me realize that they obviously have a lot of overlap and a lot of commonality, but I genuinely think you would go into each series for different things on average, and each series has its own kind of ambience. Where I think Bleach is a little darker and scarier and more poetic in nature, where I would argue One Piece is extremely goofy, vibrant, and adventurous, but it has like a veil where if you reveal the veil, there's like the dark underbelly of the One Piece world. And then with Naruto, I think Naruto, depending on the arc, actually a little bit like JoJo, I think it's a bit of a chameleon, where I think some arcs are brighter in sense of like it's more lighthearted, some are darker. Like I actually think by arc it kind of fluctuates a bit more. Maybe I need to think about Naruto a bit more in that sense, but I think they all give a little bit of a different personal feel. I have moments when I think, damn, OP's best of the big three. Next day is Bleach, next day is Naruto. That's totally fair, and that's something I'm going to be mentioning in that video when I eventually make it. I think my best guess is it'll be out end of April, early May. But at some point in my life, as I was watching and reading Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece, each one at some point, the rankings have gone through every possible combination where I might have thought at one point Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, Naruto, Bleach, whatever. At any given moment, one of them were my favorite. Naruto was my favorite at one point. Then it was Bleach. Then it was One Piece. Then one might have got knocked to second or third, and it fluctuated as things were happening. And like I mentioned in the videos I'm going to play in a second, I found it interesting that I remember being like, yo, in 1 year, within the span of like half a year, every big three had somebody summon a meteor. I think Madara might have been first. I don't remember. But I know Madara the double meteor. Fujitora summoned the meteor. And then Grammy did too. Hi, babes. Hope you're feeling good. I hope you're feeling better. Hope the work day is not too hard on you. I love you. We'll talk to you soon when you are done. So, but yeah, like it was interesting that every one of the big three had a meteor drop. Like that was awesome. Like I wonder if they spoke about that. I also did a little bit of additive research and learned that Kubo was a little bit jealous of Oda, apparently, from the standpoint of Oda was kind of like the golden child genius who went from like talented prodigy, won every contest he was in, became an assistant for, I believe, why is the name not coming to me? The Rurouni Kenshin mangaka, I believe he worked for, and then won a contest and got us into it. But like Kubo basically worked much harder to get Bleach serialized. And there's an interview where he kind of jokingly says he hates Oda, and Oda answers years later. And I find that very interesting. It was pretty cool. That's when you know all the big three are goated, regardless of the flaws with it. And that's why the big three era is not something I believe will ever kind of be replicated. It was a very special time as an anime and manga fan that won't ever really come back into the, I mean, I can't say it's impossible for like another, like, oh, this is like the best four or the best two or something, but this is why when people are like, oh, the new big three is Black Clover, no, it's not. It's not. So yeah. I see you turn up the light game. You know I'm trying. Hold on. Watch this. I got different modes, though. The sepia tone and the more blue. Original. Or is this the blue one? I don't know. Anyways, we sepia. But see, now I look orange. I look like Trump. No. But yeah. Anyways, been OP, Bleach, and Naruto. I feel that. There's never going to be a big three ever again. I agree with you. I think people do expect part 2 flawed, but they overrate it. Gotta catch that video still, but I'm sure you were not unfair. I'm about to play it now if you're not busy. I mean, still give me that like and drop a comment, but I'm actually gonna play it now for anyone who didn't watch it yet. So yeah, more people need to accept that that part 2 is messy and accept it's okay that there are flaws. People need to accept that being critical does not instantly mean you hate something. You know what era we are on the internet. You're totally right. Where it's like, I'm one of those people who are like, I think, this might sound stupid, but I think discussing the flaws in my favorite things is also something that I think is important to do. Like, I think the more I love something, the more critical of it I'm going to be. And thus, it's hard for me to just be like, oh, everything is right, everything's the best, just because it's my favorite. I think I have to be honest with it because I care about it so much. And I'm one of those people too. While I think most people overestimate their ability to be impartial, objective, and unbiased when it comes to analyzing art and literature specifically, I had a point. I completely lost it. Give me a sec. That's crazy. What was I about to say? When it comes to art and literature, people think they're more objective than they're really being. I don't know. I lost it. It'll come back to me. That's the Kurigan sad tone, the Kurigan sadder tone, and the Kurigan depression tone. That Kurigan just has levels of sadness. Fuck yeah. I'm here for it. Plan to watch it and like later. I appreciate you. Over hate, I mean. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You need to be able to be critical about the things that you care about. That's all. That's the main gist of it. And like to me, if I'm being like quote unquote objective about Naruto, I would be like Naruto is the Nine Tails Jinchuriki. Like that's an objective statement to me. I can say I think Sage Mode Naruto can beat Killer Bee. That's an opinion. I'm not saying there's not evidence in the story that could back up what you're saying, but it's still an opinion. It's not a matter of fact. And I think that's where people get messed up. They always think they're being objective, and they don't understand that the way that you analyze stories, the community that you're in, and many outside factors are going to affect the way you look at something. So this is why I tell people I don't think it matters that you need. I don't think an argument is inherently better because you're attempting to be objective. A subjective argument can make a lot of sense. Michael Jordan can be my favorite basketball player, and I can also think he's the GOAT of the sport. Now, Michael Jordan isn't my favorite. My favorite is Kobe, but I do think MJ is the GOAT. And that's another thing I think a lot of people have a hard time doing. It's separating favorite with like best. If you ask me to make a favorite list and a best list, it's not necessarily gonna be the same. So yeah. I didn't get to watch it. Gonna watch it now with y'all. Also posted it on Twitter. Appreciate you. Video was fair. Felt like you listed more of the positives than the negatives and discussed the flaws pretty fairly. Thank you. I am not getting a Naruto revisionism. Nothing in your video changed my views. It was definitely well said, but I say maybe it was predictable for me. I get you. I'm not a big Naruto guy myself, but you made me want to revisit just to see what I feel about it. That's why I did it, because I'm like, when's the last time I really watched not happening? Read it from start to finish. Have I read arcs and moments and fights? Sure, but no. Like I forgot so many things. I actually think the great Naruto Bridge arc with Zabuza Haku is a really good starting arc. Like it's really good. I have two great friends who both grill media harder than they love it. I hate that sometimes. You gonna be biased no matter what to some degree. Exactly. Definitely do it. Gonna read the manga for the first time this year soon. Maybe because I know you and how you interact and understand content. You have reviewed the video. Made sense, but didn't surprise me. Bleach stream definitely did surprise me. I think the Bleach video might surprise a lot of people, but I'm excited for y'all to see it. That's what I feel about Oda. I respect them. He's accomplished having 500 million copies. However, he's not my favorite, and there's nothing wrong with that. Not a single thing wrong with that. All right, y'all. I'll pause as I feel the need to pause. I suppose I should probably put my headphones on so I can hear it. But yeah, but watch it with me. But if you haven't seen it, just do me a favor and just, drop a like on that shit. Drop a comment. Give me some views. I will post the link right here. And we'll get through it. And at any given moment, if you guys want to pause to say something, just say pause in the comment. And it's not a no homo pause. It's a literal pause the video. Also, let me know how the editing was. Somebody was like praising my editing, but like, oh, this not your first channel. I'm like, yeah, I'm like an average ass editor, but above average editor, but I'm not fantastic. I'm getting better though. I've been practicing. I got some techniques to show y'all. Show some techniques. Appreciate that. All right. I want to make sure it shows up properly on the I'm actually watching my other monitor to make sure that it's fitting well. And let me know what the volume is, okay? Let's get it. What's up, Blizzard? Oh, hold on real quick. Let me see what KG just said. Then we start. Why is this? Why you giving me trouble? God, I hate my phone, bro. It's so stupid! Ah! For subjective versus objective, I always use the fruit analogy. I can tell you objectively the macros and grams and the nutritional facts of the fruit, but I can't tell you. But I can tell you that I don't like the fruit, or I only like the fruit when it's mixed in with something, and I don't like it with something else. That makes sense, actually. I haven't got a chance to watch it, but it sounds like you was hating. I wasn't hating. You didn't even watch it yet? I was not hating. We about to watch right now. Let's get it. I'm a big Naruto fan, Date Bayo, and now with the shut the fuck up, Blizzard. Shut up. In the title of this video. Alright, let's get it. As you can see in the title of this video, I wish to speak about the Naruto series. I actually have just recently completed a Big 3 reread, Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece. I have some One Piece videos on the channel already talking about its popularity and why I believe Crocodile is the best character in One Piece, so go peep those. And I have a Bleach video cooking up and on the way. But I really wanted to talk about Naruto and my current opinion on the series, not having really reread it properly from start to finish in a very long time. And I have to emphasize this point. I am not a Boruto reader. By the way, this was unscripted, and I had to highlight that I'm not a Boruto reader because I have no idea how it could have recontextualized older scenes in the series. So let's say for some reason the Byakugan morphed into the my nigga gon and did some different shit. I wouldn't know that, so I just wanted to make that clear. So that's why I gave you like what I do know about it. Or watcher. This is somebody's opinion who has very limited interaction with the Boruto series. However, I will let you know what I do know. I did watch Boruto Next Generations, the film, on top of the 10 chapters after the manga ended, with Shin Uchiha and Sarada trying to figure out who her real mom was with the whole Karen Sakura situation. That I have consumed, and I've seen the Momoshiki fight in the anime, which I think is a great anime episode, but that is also part of the Boruto Next Generations film, and that is all I really know about the Boruto series. So if anything I say has been changed because of the Boruto series, I don't know about it, and that's the reason why my opinion could be slightly off. Now, Naruto was the first of the big 3 that I ever interacted with. I'll never sit here and pretend it wasn't a major part of my childhood and growing up. For God's sake, I used to wear ankle weights because of Rock Lee. That was the coolest thing I'd ever seen at one moment, and you couldn't tell me otherwise. So for soccer and basketball and track, I always had my ankle weights on trying to be like Rock Lee. I am a huge fan of the Clash of Ninja series. I think the Ultimate Ninja series better than Ultimate Ninja. It's cool. The Ultimate Ninja Storm series is fine. Xbox had their like Path of Ninja or whatever it was, or maybe that's the Game Boy game I'm thinking of. But my favorite was always the Clash of Ninja series I've played. By the way, I told one lie in this video when I get into my favorite 5 characters. Flip the 1 and 2 spot. Every single one, even if it's Japan only. My favorite being Naruto Shippuden Clash of Ninja Revolution 3. I thought that was an absolute blast. And with that, I kind of given you a bit of the background, a bit of the work. So let me kind of tell you what my current opinion is and anything that's changed or been altered or completely stayed the same, having properly reread the manga. I'm going to start by used to be the biggest Neji Glazer. Absolutely, truly elite. Now, I know like Dragon Ball, Naruto was just Naruto. Dragon Ball is Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z because of the anime splitting up the kind of adventures of kid to teen Goku with more adult Goku. And Naruto did something similar with Shippuden. But the entire manga is just called Naruto and the entire manga is just called Dragon Ball. I'm aware of this, just so you guys know. I titled this so high when Naruto Overhated or something of the sort. It was like 2 a.m. I'm not entirely sure what the title is yet. because the general reception in my neck of the woods is that it's easily the worst out of the big three, and it's not a good series. It's not a good manga. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend I haven't held many things against Naruto and had extremely negative opinions, especially as the fourth Ninja War kind of went on. But having reread it now, I feel like my general opinion is much more tempered, though in my neck of the woods, it's still very hated. Now, oddly enough, I will say, for anybody in my community, my fan base, my kind of like Twitter, online social media spaces, people seem to really like Blue Vortex, to Blue Vortex Boruto or whatever. Now, you can't convince me to read it. I don't care. I needed to see Naruto become ninja president. I saw him become ninja president. I'm satisfied. I'm not particularly interested in continuing, though curiosity does tend to get the best of me, so you never know in the future. But I want to talk about some of the new things that I noticed about characters, moments, techniques, events, and things of that nature. So do I have any new favorites? Do I still like the same characters as before? My top 5 characters in Naruto are Orochimaru, Might Guy, Shikamaru, Gaara, and probably like Hashirama. I used to be a Neji guy growing up. Like, Neji was my favorite. Hyuga clan for life. The Byakugan, I thought it was the coolest thing ever. But we know how that ended. And over the years, my love for Neji has definitely waned. I always make the joke that I thought, like, Neji was so unimportant for so long, I didn't even think he was important enough to die. Like, what? That's so random to me. I was like, wow. And dissipated. Seeing him again, kind of talking about fate versus death. All that nigga did in part 2 was fight a clone of himself. When he was fighting Naruto and his whole beef with the Hyuga clan, main and branch family stuff was nice to re-experience. His fight with Kidomaru was actually a lot better than I thought, because I felt that he was absolutely fighting somebody who was a terrible matchup for him. Yes, he had the chakra control and precision to cut through the webs, unlike anyone else, but he's a close distance fighter. He's a taijutsu specialist, right? He's a I almost said soft fist, gentle fist user. So fighting somebody with precision and long range, like destructive capabilities was crazy. And I would have lost because I hate spiders, so he would have beat me. Shit, I would have cried. Kidomaru is my natural enemy. He's summoning spiders. I'm losing. I'm dying. I'm running away. Said, Orochimaru to me is just so menacing, and like he kills me because like that nigga will just kidnap a kid off the street and inject you with some cells to see what happened. My guy has a terrible fit and a goddamn bowl cut, but my man has no ninjutsu or genjutsu capability on some Rock Lee, and he's nice. I think he's better than Kakashi. Secretly, deep down in my heart and my soul, deep in my heart, even though I like Kakashi, but my guy's that dude. Shikamaru was always solid from the get-go, lazy, but man, that brain, he's brilliant. Gaara's a new entry here, being in my top 5. I won't lie, I always liked unhinged Gaara a lot more. On these fucking craziness with Shukaku and him, making him like the insomnia driving him crazy. But having actually stopped like being agenda driven in any capacity and wanting to read this at face value and give my like best opinion on it, I'm not trying to be impartial, unbiased, or impartial. I'm just trying to give my general thoughts and feelings on the matter. I will be unbiased where I think I need to be unbiased, but Gaara was a solid character from start to finish, and he is better once he's no longer a Jinchuriki. I actually think he's a much better character. And Hashirama is my favorite out of the Hokage. He got that good wood pause. So that's my guy. Quick side note, I do want this to eventually become my main channel and pour most of my focus into it, and I've been working hard behind the scenes, but I do have another channel called Naya Hemmings, and I have a revisionist history playlist here where we talk about Naruto, Bleach, and many other series. So take a look at this playlist if you want to see some of the earlier discussions we had a few years ago about the series. If you want to see how my opinion changed, go peep that. Now, the Chunin exam is elite and is still an absolute motherfucking classic. Still one of the 10 best battle shonen arcs I have ever experienced in my life. And I do think the Sasuke retrieval arc is amazing. I know it's not a very original opinion, but I absolutely stand by part 1 being fantastic from start to finish. I really like Kid Naruto a lot. Underrated.
I think he's a little more endearing than his older version. And
Something I never gave him credit for is his battle IQ. He's got the best battle IQ out of the big three main protagonists, the other ones being Ichigo and Luffy. The way that he uses his shadow clones to trick people and get like that Zabuza moment where he has Kakashi in the bubble. Because he's a prankster and a trickster, he actually has a good mind suited for combat. And this is a series where I believe no matter how powerful you are, you do need to have a certain level of battle intelligence to be able to overcome certain obstacles. It's the reason why, even though Shikamaru is not a powerhouse with immense chakra and some crazy lineage, he's always valuable because that dude is brilliant. His cerebral horsepower is off the charts. Older Naruto, I like a little bit more. I still think his moment with Pain is like the coolest moment. But at that point, you start to really get like he's like the Hokage's son and stuff like that, Kurama, and it almost doesn't feel as earned as when he was being kind of the underdog and being reprimanded by the village and hated on and really had to prove himself. But Naruto is fine, all things considered. Now, for some things that I maybe didn't notice, I don't think I ever realized how much of a genius Kakashi was really heralded to be. Like, he was a Jonin, stupid, dumb, young, part of the Anbu Black Ops, really young. Maybe I just didn't remember or didn't take it in, but I like Kakashi. Kakashi's a hard character sometimes to kind of gauge, but I ultimately do like him. I just think, my guy, just taijutsu, he just punch and he kick good, and with that actually I think that Naruto in the Pain arc is my favorite version of like older Naruto in the like in like part 2, if you will, in Shippuden. Like, that was my favorite moment for him when he came from the mountain after with Sage Mode and whatnot. I actually think he was really like I was that was like the moment I really enjoyed him, cause like, full transparency, Naruto and Sasuke are two characters I don't particularly enjoy that much. So because they became such a big focus later on, my interest waned because I cared about a lot of other side characters much more than them. But this was one of those moments where I actually genuinely liked Naruto, like when he was a little older. At hard work, man, I really wanted that for Rock Lee. Not an original take, I understand. I just don't know that I agree with the way he talked Nagato out of it, but I've made my peace with that years ago. But it is what it is. Orochimaru, Zabuza, Haku, and Pain to me are the best antagonists, and they still hold up extremely, extremely well. But I have to say this. I don't particularly love the story around Nagato, like the whole stuff with the Sanin and everything, and maybe like the story he tells about what happened to Yakihiko and everything. It doesn't particularly move me, but I understand how it bled into his motivations and how he wanted to impact the world. I also don't necessarily love that his eyes were given to him, but I get it, Uzumaki clan things, yada yada, whoop whoop de whoop, blah blah blah. But he's a great villain that's eventually turned ally, and I think his thematic role really works and it hits. Madara on this reread hit a little harder for me. I felt like I understood him more, but I'm more of a Tobirama guy because I like water and I hate Uchihas. He was right. Let me stop. But Madara's cool. He's cool. I still don't really like the whole Kaguya thing, but hey, man, Madara works, man, and his rivalry with Hashirama is legendary. I think the series starts strong with Zabuza and Haku, Zabuza specifically because of his whole upbringing, his like bloody assassin nature, and how much he actually ultimately did care for Haku, and he went out like a G. Like, I respect him. Like, Zabuza was that dude. I like Haku as well. Orochimaru will always be the best antagonist to me. Project Konoha Crush during the Chunin exam and how he came to fight Sarutobi, the third Hokage, and everything, and getting his jutsu sealed. Absolutely incredible work. He's my favorite Sanin. I am a Jiraiya enjoyer. I am not a Tsunade hater. Orochimaru's weird. He got a lot of snakes. That tongue be freaking me out. Yeah, he's an incredible villain. I kind of don't like the role he takes on after that fact, but I don't think it was nonsensical for him to come to that conclusion when it was all said and done. I don't have much to say about Kaguya. I know this ultimately bleeds into the Otsuki clan doing way more things in Boruto and whatnot. I should probably actually, Gojo, since you're in here, just a question, like, what are your thoughts and opinions on the whole Kaguya thing at the end of the series? Like, is that something you think like, that you enjoyed or you liked, or did you not like it, or are you somewhere in the middle? Just curious. It's like the one thing I find most Naruto fans didn't like, but I'm not entirely sure. Probably mention this too. This is probably very important. Just a quick, I guess. I think we were okay with Madara being Naruto the last, the love story of Hinata and Naruto. I think it works really well, and the whole like Hanabi pure eye put into the Otsuki to get the is it the Tenseigan it's called, I think it is, when he like chakra mode was crazy and he like cut the moon in half and was fighting Naruto on the moon. That was all really cool stuff, and I really liked it because I'm a Byakugan glazer. That is my favorite ocular jutsu that's ever been created in the Naruto series. Sharingan's cool, and Rinnegan's amazing. I know there's like 100,000 more eyes now, but the Byakugan was always the one that was my favorite and the one that I thought needed a bit more love. And with it, I guess, having another form to some capacity, I think we've shown it a bit more love, but it's the one eye that I still think is underdeveloped. If that changes in the follow-up series, you could let me know, but I still think it was underutilized and underappreciated, and I really wish Gentle Fist played a bigger role in the series overall. But I don't have much to say about Kaguya. She's not dope. But Naruto has hit and miss villains, but on average, I think they work. The Akatsuki is pretty damn good, all things considered. I think Deidara is underrated. I actually really enjoyed him this read-through. I thought his fight with Sasuke might be underrated. I don't know. Maybe people talk about this in the Naruto community. I'm not particularly ingrained in that community. They kind of don't like me. And I know why. It's definitely my fault. But the one that people kind of hype up that I don't necessarily see is Kisame. I don't think Kisame is a scrub or a bum or anything. I like bro. But I don't know. He ain't moved me. But I do like the way that he went out, I guess, kind of like allowing the information to like be taken from him, and I think he delivered a script. I won't lie, I was genuinely shocked that Kisame outlived Itachi, but I think that was a very interesting story decision that I agree with. Rule somewhere or whatnot, but Hidan's fight with Guy was dope because Guy just did a super ultra punch with his fingers twisted up like gang signs. Like I couldn't absorb it. He's like, nah, that was just a punch. And I'm like, bro, Guy is him. Madara may have crowned him when it comes to taijutsu, you are the best, but he was already nice, bro. That's my man. I'm a my guy enjoyer, man. I'm sorry, like that's my boy. It's always weird when I say this because it sounds unbelievable, but I never thought Itachi was quote unquote a bad guy. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you Itachi is an angel, but for some reason, when the twist came that he really like stopped a coup d'etat and was trying to protect Sasuke, blah blah blah, whoop-de-whoop, I'm like, yeah, I can see that. Like, it didn't shock me that he was really still like a Konoha ninja, if you get what I'm saying. I know it sounds weird, but it never really fooled me for some reason. I could never tell you why. It was more of just a feeling, an instinct, not necessarily something I picked up cerebrally by reading the story. I just never felt like Itachi was against us, if that works. For some of the other members, I don't really care for Sasori, or I don't like Kakuzu. I think he's a fucking bum. I'm sorry. That's trash. 5 hearts. Oh, chakra nature. Mask. I'm like, yeah, you're garbage. I don't rate him. Hidan was alright. I really like Hidan because Shikamaru got his leg back for what happened to Asuma. That was really dope. And again, Shikamaru was consistent, and I really love that he becomes Naruto's. So what did the Sage of Six Paths do? Because they were the reincarnation of Ashura and Indra, I thought that he gave them access to like the yin and yang something nature. Someone was trying to explain it to me using like, I guess, very specific community jargon, but I don't know. A clash with the first Hokage. Kakuzu was trash. And while torturing people, he just show up and kill them? No, I feel you on that. I feel you on that. Like advisor, it makes so much sense for him. Like Naruto's kind of power and him not being traditionally intelligent, though I do think he gained some wisdom maybe in his older age and experience at the very least, but like Shikamaru's brain and his brawn, that's a dangerous combination. So I totally like that. I actually do want to talk about Danzo. Danzo's a character that I always found very interesting, and this might sound strange again, bizarre, but I love the role that Danzo plays thematically in Naruto. I almost find him to be the dark side of like the Hokage. Like Hiruzen, though he's made his mistakes, he is a good guy and a nice dude. And Danzo was willing to plunge his hands into the dirt, blood, and mud to do whatever it takes to protect his village. Assassinations, killings, lying, underhanded techniques, and whatever. And the fact that he has that nasty Shin Uchiha Sharingan arm thing, oh, it's so gross to look at. Like, it's actually creepy, but I love that. It's like, it freaks you out a little bit, gives you the heebie-jeebies. And his fight with Sasuke was cool. I think he's kind of trash for not. Yeah, it's like, I always say, like, it's not like I like the character Danzo. I just like what he represented as like the dark side of Hiruzen, or like the dark side of the Hokage that does all the assassination and underhanded stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Knowing how many friggin' eyes he had on his arm and got it tricked by a simple genjutsu trick, I think he's kind of trash for that. But I've actually liked the role that Danzo played. And sometimes I wish maybe he was around a little longer. But I like how he tried to kind of usurp the sixth role, as in the sixth Hokage. But he was not him. He was not the one for that. But I want to give him a shout out because I think that he's dope. Now, I really understand that what I'm about to say next is not an original take, and I'm sure a lot of you are tired of hearing this. But if you have a counter argument and maybe I'm misreading something, absolutely tell me in the comment section below. But I do think Naruto betrays or drops its general messages in the beginning about things like hard work versus being a genius, or fate versus free. I wanted to be fair here too, but I say it does have themes like the cycle of hatred and understanding others that works very well, because those weren't the only themes. But I definitely think it starts off with a lot of like, you can be untalented and work hard and surpass somebody who's heralded as a genius. I think genius and prodigy are terms that are used a little bit too loosely in this narrative and some other manga, and I think I want to talk about it. The Generation of Miracles and Kuroko no Basket were some other ones that came to mind. I actually want to talk about the concept of being a genius in storytelling. It's a video that I've been cooking up. I'm not sure what I want to use as the example. I might have to use multiple, but it's something I've been thinking about doing. Do you guys think that sounds like an interesting topic? Yes or no? Free will, destiny versus free will. And it kind of goes against that in the long run, in my honest opinion. I think Naruto was always destined for greatness, the same way Sasuke was with his lineage and who he's tied to, his mom being the previous owner of Kurama, the Jinchuriki. Like, it was hard for me to be like, you're gonna fail. Like, I don't know. It's hard for me to really see that. And then when he's like, oh yeah, you're the reincarnation of my sons Indra and Ashura or whatever, and it's just like, okay, so Ninja Jesus' kids are like, all right, cool. And the original reincarnation was Madara and Hashirama. I just don't like it. And I don't know what Rock Lee does in Boruto, but I think characters like Rock Lee and maybe some other ones who weren't particularly gifted genetically didn't really get a chance through their hard work to really show what they can do. I actually think Might Guy is the best representation of that, which is probably why I like him so much. Because originally when he says that Lee has no talent for ninjutsu or genjutsu, I thought that Guy could do those things. He just chose not to because it wasn't his specialty, or he just preferred taijutsu. But it turns out he doesn't have that aptitude either, and became a fantastic ninja. And I think another thing that I don't love about Naruto as it continues is I feel a lot of the cast gets pushed to the wayside. A lot of characters that we may have had some investment in don't get their moments or due diligence, because the series really starts to focus on Naruto and Sasuke's path back to each other, to see if Naruto can take him from the darkness as Sasuke's falling more into the darkness, the Uchiha curse. I don't think it's a bad story. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think because personally Naruto and Sasuke aren't characters that I particularly enjoy at a high level, and I'm a very character-driven person when it comes to the narratives that I experience, whether I'm playing, watching, or reading something. I care about characters the most. Then the second thing would basically be the central and or subplots. World building and lore come later for me on a personal level. And I really wanted characters like Rock Lee, Neji. Shino is my boy. I think Shino is low-key, like, nice. But it is what it is. Shout out to the Aburame clan. Bugs. I don't fuck with Bugs, but hey, man, do you? I really thought that maybe these guys would get more moments. Like when Kiba tried to say he's Hokage, I know they made a joke of it and kind of clowned him too. I was like, yeah, like shut the fuck up, because like at this
I
point,
could not believe Kiba
what are you
said
gonna
that
do?
shit. Shut the
And I
fuck
just
up.
wish that some of those guys, especially the Konoha, was it the Konoha 12, 11, whatever, from Naruto generation, maybe got a bit more shine. But they had their moments. Like I don't want to take that away from them. Like, what's his name? Fat guy. Choji summoning the like pills that he had to take from when he was younger, fighting Jiburo, whatever, from the Sound 5. But he just summoned the wings when he had to fight Asuma. Like, they've had the moments, but I just felt like a lot of them could have maybe had a bit more and a bit more seamless. But I think just like a lot of shonen series, the series gets a little bit too big for itself with it's so many different subplots going on and so many characters. Now we're bringing in legends from the past in the fourth Ninja War that we have to pay respects to. Oh, the Mizukage or the third Raikage, things of that nature, which I do think also contributed to everybody else falling to the wayside as Naruto and Sasuke became more prominent. Ultimately, we know why, and it made sense. And on that topic, Naruto versus Sasuke, Part 1, classic, elite, still one of the absolute greatest fights I've ever witnessed, watched, played, read. I really don't love the second fight nearly as much, but that first round is still elite, still a classic, still raw, still peak, absolutely incredible. Now let me talk about chakra as an energy system. I think it's good. I'm not gonna undersell it or overhype it. If I had to grade it from 1 to 10, I'd give it like a 7.6. Like, chakra as the energy system is good. It works. It makes sense. Understanding that some people can combine more than two natures together. The reason why Haku could use ice was because of wind and water. It all made sense. It all worked. And teaching Naruto that so he can like transform the Rasengan to perfect what Minato could not, I think was really good. I do think that later on starting to add some of those like, what is it, Senju Uchiha, Six Path, stuff like that, it gets a little murky, which is why I kind of take some marks off. And I do believe, if I remember correctly,
Video's almost done.
if I have to find it, there was a small change and a small retcon a little bit. Nothing egregious, but chakra works. It's fine. It's fine. I like chakra. I ultimately think Naruto was a perfectly fine manga and anime with many unforgettable moments, arcs, highs, incredible fights, attacks and moves and abilities, but it simply does not move me tremendously at this point in my life the way it did when I was much, much, much younger. I am higher on it than I've been in years, though. I would give it a 7 out of 10 if I had to rate it out of 10. And this part, I just kind of want to mention a few things that I think are pretty cool. I really like the 6 trigram 64 palms move that can like take away your chakra that goes like the 128. I think that move's super cool. I think the Yuga clan needs to like create better long distance moves and techniques and ways to maybe cover up the blind spot in the Byakugan a little bit better and try to push their ocular jutsu further. I don't remember if they ever got rid of the branch family, main family stuff for some reason. It's not coming to me, but I actually do like the Boruto movie. I like the Naruto the last movie. I think Naruto and Hinata are a good couple. My favorite couple is probably Shikamaru and Tamari. Speaking of Tamari, I like Tamari a lot too. She's probably one of my favorite like women characters in the show. I was a Mei fan before. I'm not sure why. I think she's kind of trash. Oh, and I have to tell you guys this. It's kind of funny. I have an unreasonable amount of hatred for Kabuto. I have never liked that nigga. My ninja info cards. I hate him. I hated him at the beginning. I've never liked Kabuto. Kabuto never did one thing that made me smile and go, that's cool. Oh, that's sick. I hate him. And when he I'm a dragon. Oh, Orochimaru. Oh, I got the sage mode. I'm like, oh my God. Get him out of here, please. So thank you, Itachi, for hitting with the Izanagi and stuff like that. And by the way, those techniques are cool. The Rinnegan is really cool as well. Naruto vs. Pain is really good. Jiraiya's death is very impactful and emotional. I think it's a powerful moment. I like it a lot. I actually like Killer Bee and A. They're pretty dope. Minato's pretty cool. Not really a huge fan of him. I'm more of a Tobirama Hashirama guy. I actually do like Sarutobi too. My favorite Hokage is still probably Hashirama. I was genuinely shocked he was that raw when Madara was like, ah, shit, like he's coming, he's like, ugh. Oh, by the way, the 2 meteors, that was hype. And I don't know if, I think I remember this correctly. Within the same year, within 4 to 6 months, somebody in the big 3 summoned a meteor. It was Fujitora in One Piece, the double meteor from Madara. When they're like, okay, you stopped 1. How about 2? I said, that's crazy. I saw a nigga drop to his knees, and I saw all the hope and belief in his eyes turn to despair. And then Bleach had Grammy when Kenpachi cut it. So, like, it was dropping meteors, man. They're dropping bangers. But ultimately, Naruto is solid. I probably do think it's a little overhated, at least in my neck of the woods. I don't know what the general consensus of Naruto is now. But thank you guys for listening. I do have a proper Bleach scripted video coming out soon. There'll be more Naruto and more One Piece videos to come in the future. Thank you guys for listening to my disorganized ramble as I prepare some more content for you. Be safe. Have a good day. Take care of each other. And bring back the evil Orochimaru. I need that. Okay. We did that. We watched that. Am I back? I'm back. Okay. So, I genuinely thought I was very fair in that video. I don't think I said anything egregious, outrageous. I don't think I had any crazy hot takes. I mean, if you're a Kabuto fan, maybe I get it. If you like Kabuto, I actually hate that nigga so fucking much. I've always said I'd pay to delete him off the Naruto games that I had these in. I'm like, if I'd pay money to delete him off the roster in my game. I don't like that nigga. I've never liked him. No matter what I do, I can't like Kabuto. But yeah, I thought it was fair. See, that's what Pat said. Pat said I was being too nice in the video. Pat said that to me. And part of the reason I did that was because in my opinion, I'm like, the Obito video I'm going to make is not very nice. So let me at least, like, I just wanted to come with a tempered take. I didn't want to come angry or super excited. I wanted to come with a tempered take. Orochimaru is the best because he never had a sad backstory and regrets. Facts. I think his parents died or some shit. Say something to be honest. Good shit. Naruto better than most stuff out right now. It's true, actually. Kenpachi versus Madara. That's interesting. We could talk about that in a second. Toby will forever be my goat. I saw a comment that the Uchiha made 10% of the quote in the village, yet they make 50% of the villains of the story. Tobirama was right! Naruto series needed some love. Yes, Boruto seemed to show any strong emotion. Can do like that, B2L, but Boruto's curse correcting. Tobirama was right in Naruto. Facts. So my favorite is Hashirama. I was thinking about doing a Hokage comparison video or like a power scaling video or something. I'd probably need another person to do it with. But after this reread, I think I fully understood like the order for me in that sense. And I'm not mad at anybody saying Minato's the greatest Hokage or whatever the case is. I'm just gonna say up to to Tsunade for now. I don't know what Kakashi does really, because the only Hokage moments I have with Kakashi was in the Naruto the Last movie, so I don't really know what he did. I heard he went crazy when he lost his Sharingan and learned new jutsus and new versions of their Aikiri and stuff, but because I didn't see it, I can't comment on that. So I'm gonna comment from the first Hokage to the 5th Hokage. I think we can all agree Tsunade's last. This is no disrespect to Tsunade. Great medical ninja, one of the Sannin, one of the Prodigal 3, and things of that nature. Really, really good chakra control. She looked good. She got the big yitty, but I can't, I think we're comfortable putting her last. I would probably put Sarutobi next. I know that he's like the professor of ninja and he has so many jutsus, but it bothers me when you say that about characters and I don't see it. Kakashi has like 1,000 ninja and all he does is Kamui spam and like Raikiri kind of thing. So it's kind of hard for me to take the statement seriously if you don't show me the extent. They're like, Orochimaru knows so many jutsus, but he's just using snakes half the time. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying they don't have it, but I would actually put Hashirama and Minato at the top. Here's how I look at it. I just think demonstratively Hashirama is stronger and has better feats that back up that he's the best and strong. He's the strongest Hokage. I don't say best Hokage, strongest Hokage. But I think when I think of the term prodigy and genius even within the confines of Naruto, Minato is the character that comes to mind. From my understanding, the only jutsu he pretty much didn't like learn quickly was the chakra nature Rasengan. And I'm pretty sure if he lived longer, I'm confident he could have surpassed Hashirama. I think he's probably like the most gifted ninja that I've seen in the series. Just natural talent, just natural prodigy, genius. The run on sight order is crazy. He improved on so many jutsus like the flying Raijin and whatnot. He was really fast, and he pretty much single-handedly like won the third ninja war. But I think because of Hashirama's chakra nature, the amount of he said Naruto almost has as much chakra as him. That's crazy amount of chakra. Like he's just stronger. Like that's how I look at it. But I do think if maybe Minato lived longer, he could have surpassed it. That's kind of how I see it. I don't know if that's a right take, but that's just kind of how I always looked at it. Kakashi had an insanity run. My favorite Minato, Tsunade the GOAT. I want to really emphasize why Minato is so good, not the greatest, but just an ideal shinobi. Okay. And and he utilized the Rasengan the best, the teleport and attack power, jutsu maxed out. Facts. All time, including Naruto. I also think Minato with Kurama is stronger than Hashi. See, the thing with me is because Madara is kind of like one of the strongest characters to ever exist in the Naruto series, and Hashirama was the only person who can beat him. I don't know that Minato could have done that. Obviously, when he fought him, at that point, Madara was already in a six paths mode, so it was a different type of fight, different tier. But for somebody who sealed a nine-tailed fox in him and probably didn't have any time to practice how to use that chakra mode and did it in Edo Tensei, like that guy's an absolute bona fide fucking genius. Like he's really talented. Just think that good would go a little harder. That's all. Hashirama was like MJ, good bag, otherworldly athleticism, and Minato is like the Kobe, less athleticism, chakra, but with a deeper bag. That makes perfect sense to me. Though Toriyama developed the zombie one, so he's crazy good. Yeah. But Hashirama was my guy. Well, if you're including Naruto, I think by the end Naruto had surpassed Hashirama and Minato. So I think you could obviously say him. But I was saying from 1 to 5, from Hashirama to Tsunade. Again, I don't have Kakashi feats or what Kakashi did as 6 Hokage, so I don't know what to tell you about him. And then obviously Naruto was doing what he's doing in Boruto, which I don't currently read, but I did see the Next Generations movie and the episode where him and Sasuke absolutely go ballistic on Momoshiki, and he was looking tough. Cause I know we had like, what is it called later on? He had some mode that made him lose Kurama, Baron mode, Baryon mode, or something like that. Like some kind of nuclear, like I think Kurama was like a nuclear physicist. Like I don't know. Who do I got? Yonko or Hokages? Hokages. I'm not one of those people who are delusional about One Piece cross-verse scaling. I don't think a lot of One Piece characters, like, think of what Tobirama or like Kisame could do to so much of the One Piece cast just because they're Devil Fruit users. Put them in a bubble and they're cooked. Like, One Piece is not running a ninja gauntlet. Now, Bayern, where's Cristiano? I hate that form. I'm not a fan of it. Now, Minato Kurama ain't doing anything. Baryon mode, I'm not good with Sage mode. Proceeds to use perfect Sage mode when the Frog Sage couldn't. Yeah, that's facts. And did he also combine it with the Nine Tails chakra that he had, like the half that he had too? Like, that guy is different, bro. Y'all didn't see how that man Madara's son all 9 beasts blind? He did. And was plucking eyes. OP fans say Green Bull is better than Hashirama. First of all, Green Bull has not done nearly enough with his wood Logia for us to come to that. Second of all, Green Bull has easily the worst showcasing out of any of the admirals. We're not doing that. I'm not going there. We're not doing that. You want to talk about Crocodile and Gara or something? Sure. But we're not doing that. Hashirama's like forest emergence and all the things he could do to like subdue a tail beast and block Biju bombs. Cut it out, bro. Listen, let One Piece fans be delusional about their power scaling. I'm when I say I don't care about power scaling and stuff like that in One Piece for the most part, though I do think One Piece is lacking in a lot of fights recently. I mean that. I'm here for a lot of other reasons. I'm not here for that. Like I don't think because what was the other one? Oh, the Akatsuki versus the Warlords. The Warlords are getting cooked. Cut it out. Itachi by himself is running a gauntlet, bro. Kakashi is kind of the ideal shinobi, though. He has limited resources, but he is smart and tactical. How to use his Sharingan to end it. I know Kakashi, Kakashi is, so weird to me because I know he was, a Jonin at 9, like Ambu Black Ops, really young, and he was, really young, a really young prodigy. And his dad, the White Fang, was also extremely strong. Apparently, he stood above even the Sannin in Legend, but his final mission tarnished his reputation. I like Kakashi. It's so hard for me to truly scale him sometimes because I just don't know what to do with him. I like him though. I like him. I think he's cool. I think his biggest weakness has always been his chakra reserves, and a lot of his best techniques use way too much chakra. I think if he learned to be more efficient with his chakra, to use less to get more, or to somehow increase his reserve, he'd be a better ninja. I do think he has impressive lineage, and he did have a Gekkei Genkai implanted into him, which gave him some advantages. But you're right, to not be an Uchiha and use the Sharingan as well as him, you have to give him some credit. But still think my guy more better. Give me Mike Guy. Give me the bowl cut. I would argue he had better showing than Fuji, but the twerk was so ass and everything else relevant. You think so? I don't think he had a better showing than Fujitora. I think Fujitora was obviously throughout the entire Dressrosa arc just not trying against anybody for the most part. And I think if someone told me I have to fight a forest wood Logia or fight a nigga that can use gravity, I'm immediately more scared of the gravity ability because it's a natural law of the universe, right? And he summoned a fucking meteor. Itachi putting Yak in a Genjutsu, making him lose to Shanks for eternity. That's crazy. Okay, fair. The power creep might undo the initial good balance. I mean, I'm not even calling the power scaling of Naruto bad per se. It's just he's always been hard to scale because he's actually used as a gauge for so long. Like, oh, Kabuto was like Kakashi level. And then it's like, what is Kakashi level? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm not even calling the power scaling bad necessarily. Even Sabo said Fuji wasn't really trying. He did. They were having his dad in Minato conversations. That's crazy. He bodied 2 commanders and casually tanked an ACOG attack while fighting all the scabbards, but Fuji was holding back. I'm not even trying to diss Green Bull. I just think Green Bull has the worst showcasing so far. He was doing what he was doing against some weakened scabbards and pirates and Yamato and whatever. Momo happened to blow his fire. He remade himself, but then Shanks stopped him. It wasn't a smart move. Like, what Fuji did to me is a better version, but still in its own sense, equally as dumb as Jack pulling up to Suru, Sengoku, and was it Fuji? What were you thinking? Who the fuck did you think you were? Oh my god, you're not him. Sink to the bottom of the ocean. You're fucking dumb. You pulled up on an island with Luffy, Kid, Law, Zoro, Jinbei, and then there's the Scabbards and Yamato. Like, that wasn't a smart pull-up. This wasn't intelligent. And then Shanks Wi-Fi hockeyed you from 50 miles away and made you go home. Again, I'm not a Fujitora hater. A Green Bull hater. Like, he's my least favorite admiral easily because I don't know what he's doing yet for the most part. And I think he has the lamest design out of all of them. Not a bad one, just the lamest. There's a look. But he hasn't done anything for me yet. I don't know what to fucking do with him. That's like saying he's Paul George level. They said Paul George sucked some titty on vacation and now he's playing well again. Is that true? All he's got was an injured king and queen. That wasn't much. All of them happened to be injured and exhausted. 2 did nothing. All I know is Kishi would have never made an admiral look this bad. Bro got scared of pirate Wi-Fi. He's a disgrace to nature ability users. Don't kill me. I'm not defending Green Bull, but he did what he did It is what it is. I'm so excited to see that nigga Loki, by the way. I'm so excited. I can't lie to you guys. I've been waiting for Loki to stand up and do something. I'm ready. I'm here for this. I know he's nice. I don't think he's as bad as all the Elfbath giants make him seem, but yeah. The other thing I wanted to say about Naruto real quick that I didn't touch on in the video. What was it? There was something else I wanted to touch on that I actually didn't mention. It's not coming to me. I lost it. I got too distracted. I need order to lock in with the admirals. He does, for real. It just seems like he's been saving their strength, or like I would argue we have yet to see an admiral go all out. The closest or the most we've seen, I'd argue, is technically Sakazuki versus Whitebeard. And you guys know my Marineford opinion. I am not a Marineford glazer. I actually think that arc has that war is. The longer it goes on, the more I look at that war like, what were we really doing here? Were we cooking? Like, were we like? I've always held Impel down as a higher arc than Marineford on a personal level. I'm not saying it is better, but that's just me. He got owned, but then it's Whitebeard. But then, like, did he get owned though? Like, don't use the anime. Use the manga. That man took half his face. I would argue Kanu did very well. Very, very well. Like, that's just me, though. But yeah, I'm with you, though. Locking on the admirals, especially Kizaru. Especially Kizaru. That's my goal, for real. Stop making him look sad. Sorry, bro. I need him to step up. But yeah, I don't think Naruto necessarily has good or bad power skin. I think the power skin link is good. I do want to. Oh, this is what I wanted to say. Sasori, I don't think was a bad character or whatever. I didn't really talk about him too much. But I liked the Chiyo moment, the Granny Chiyo moment, and Sakura. I thought that was a really good fight. I didn't remember that fight or that moment being that good. I actually thoroughly enjoyed it on this read through. I actually like that moment a lot. I can't say I like Sasori. Kakazu is the one Akatsuki member. I'm like, you are so garbage. I don't respect this. This is so garbage to me. I would not be afraid of him. Like, I have 5 hearts. All of these masks. This has fire and water and wind. I'm like, I once clashed with Hashirama. You're a boo-boo. Garbage. Mid. Bottom of the barrel. Nobody likes you. You did not cook. You have no sauce. No rawness. No swag. Minus aura. You are absolute mid. Like, I don't fucking like Kakazu. I got to that part and I'm just like, oh my god, throw the Rasen Shuriken and kill him. He sucks. I was getting angry rereading this. I'm like, I can't stand him. He is so garbage. This does not move me. That's just me though. That's just me. I'm not even calling it inherently bad or good. I just don't like him. I kind of got owned with Whitebeard because Whitebeard didn't want to evade. He's owned and technically Blackbeard got him. I mean, the island shows he might be up more, but okay, Whitebeard hater already had a death wish and was dying. I actually always argue, having reread One Piece, well, I say always argue. Having reread One Piece, I almost feel like if Whitebeard at least stayed hooked up to all the IVs and shit the nurses had on him, and then maybe took them off right before war, he might have performed better. He didn't want any of them on them because he didn't want to be pitied as an old 72-year-old man pulling up, but he was sick, bro. Like, I honestly remember Whitebeard's Marineford display and combat showcase a lot better, a lot higher than that really was. But I think the anime, because the anime actually makes him look a lot better though. Having reread the manga, I'm like, I'm not saying Whitebeard didn't cook, and I don't understand. I understand he was sick, he was old, he was frail. His ability is one of those abilities, because it causes such destructiveness, it could actually affect his own ally, so he couldn't always go all out with his girl, no me and whatnot, but because I like Whitebeard, that's my guy. Edward Newgate's my guy. Like, if you guys don't know, this started to recently change because of something Lizard said, and I'm like, Lizard is right about Roger. So like, Roger stocks in my mind are growing, But I always liked Whitebeard more. I did. And I always believed like Whitebeard had that title while you were around, strongest man in the world. So as far as humans, I guess, are concerned, he could have been the strongest. Now, I don't know what strongest means in that context. Is that physical power? Is that just overall combat capability? Is it because of the Guro no Mi's ability to destroy the world? I'm not sure what quantifies it, but I believed it. But Roger really, in my opinion, defied fate, odd destiny, and found out the truth of the world when he was never supposed to. Like, I do think sometimes we could overhype Roger. I'm not trying to underplay Roger. But I don't think Roger did not have that title because he was necessarily the strongest pirate. It's because he actually circumvented the entire globe and then found Raftel. And I think some people don't think about that sometimes. I've actually seen that Roger's been getting some slander. They're calling him the equal man, equal to Rayleigh, Scaban, and Roger. I mean, equal to Whitebeard, equal to Garp, Scaban, Gaban, and Rayleigh were like rivaled him in strength. Like, yo, me equal, man. I'm like, there's no way Roger is getting called a fraud in the community. This is how I know One Piece fans are not serious about anything they ever do in their life. Roger is the furthest thing from a fraud. That being said, I still think the strongest pirate that's ever existed is Joy Boy, as of right now. I still think the strongest pirate that's ever existed is Joy Boy. The anime just lying for Whitebeard. All the animals using like 15% of their power. Not a single Yonko could have made a difference. OP fans need to expect that. Whitebeard was an old dying man at that point. They don't want to live anymore. I can't say I kind of want if Whitebeard let him. Still impressive, but then he hit out. Does the strongest include speed or combat abilities? Because Whitebeard could have better output than Gar, but the speed and technique gap could make it up. It's totally possible. It's kind of why like the title World's Strongest Swordsman bothers me sometimes with Mihawk. I'm like, what does that actually mean though? Like technique, speed, different swordmanship styles. Are you just the physically strongest nigga with a sword? Is it a combination of most of those things, some of those things, or all of those things? It's just kind of hard to gauge. And I always ask myself this: why aren't there more titles? Why isn't Yasop or like the greatest sniper in the world, or gunman or gunslinger? Why isn't there a best hat? Like, why only the sword? You know what I mean? So yeah. Oh, babe, be careful. We are into some One Piece spoilers, but okay. I'm gonna call you soon. I am gonna wrap up in a little bit, but I'm gonna call you soon. I hope you're feeling much better. That argument, the Buddha was the strongest. Maybe never seen him go all out. We haven't seen him go all out. It is true. They call him 000, 0 top tier, wins 0 fights, and 0 gets emo 7 equals. Wait, should I leave? We were talking about some One Piece things. I don't want you to get spoiled. I do want hold on. I do want to bring it back to Naruto, but because I do have a few more things to say. As a side note, you know how I went hard on Kabuto, calling him completely trash? Does anybody feel differently about him? I read Kabuto's backstory and felt absolutely nothing. I really wanted to skip it. I only did it because I said I'm going to read it properly, read all the details, and try to remember as much as I can. But I want that shit. I did not. Oh, he was an orphan. Oh my god, he sucks. Justice for Shino. Obama was earlier saying that Shino's been cooking in the Boruto anime or Boruto manga as a teacher, but I actually liked the Aburame clan kind of. Like, I'm not a bug guy, so I wouldn't really like fuck with him in that sense. But like, even what's the guy that Danzo had with him? Like, he had like Fu and Torine or something. That Aburame guy like touched him and like completely spread the poison. Like, they're kind of tough, and I thought Shino was cooking. He beat the stupid sound ninja guy. I have two of my hands. He beat Kankuro. And I'm like, okay, Shino's gonna be one of them ones. Shino did not appear again. I think he surrounded Obito with insects, but he uses Kamui, and I'm just like, all right, man. But yeah, again, nothing about my opinion of Obito and anything around him changed on this reread. The only thing I noticed is I'm like, you would have to have been really young when you attacked the village and went up against whatchamacallit, Minato. Like you had to be like what, 14, 15, 16? Like he was seriously young, you know? So yeah. I don't have a much of opinion on Kabuto. I actually skipped it. I'm not watching no Boruto. I use Shino in the Storm games. He was my main. Okay, I just mean Whitebeard. The ones to cruise on fights way better. Arguments show why he's strong. Shino really Manu Ginobili. He cold as hell, but he a team player. That's facts. Can you come get me? Hold on, cause I actually might have something to do really early morning, with my pops, and I don't want to get up extra early, and I don't want you to get up extra early. We'll talk about it off stream, and you tell me what you think. But it's probably best I come on like a Thursday. Oh, see, but you have to go out Friday. Because the problem with this week is this thing, and I really don't want to go back and forth and forget stuff. And I gotta lock in for that. Oh, by the way, me, Pat, and Alan are launching the Baroque Works broadcast tomorrow. It's gonna be on YouTube. I'm gonna stream it on YouTube probably. Yeah. So lock in. We got some topics for y'all. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna try to get like 3 in by the end of April, and then I'll be once per month. Nigga attacked the sensei's child. He's a fraud. Shino underrated. I like Kabuto as a spy, medical knowledge spy, but he just got weird. Obito is a certified asshole. I just don't like him. There's nothing he did that moves me. And I'm just like, first and foremost, let's remember I'm Tobirama. I don't like these niggas anyway. Make Kohona great again. I got my Kohona equivalent of a MAGA hat on. Get the Uchiha out of here. His motivations and just don't move me. I'm not in. See, I want to give him the credit that the hatred and sadness of Rin boosted like the chemicals in his brain, but like I feel like he was kind of a waste youth, even when he got his Sharingan in that arc, and like I don't know, man. Just wait for the video. I'm gonna cook him. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Obito was a certified asshole. Yeah. But yeah, I think I want to talk about Shino. It probably won't be that long, probably like a 6-minute video, but I like him. I just think he's underrated. Like I might have him I have him hovering around my top 5, around that like 6-7 spot. Like him and Kakashi are probably in that 7-6 spot around there. And if Neji didn't go out the way Neji did, and you know what makes it worse too? Like I didn't know Neji was a hard trainer. Like for all I knew, Neji was trained hard. But apparently there's like a logbook that Naruto found where Neji was training every day, trying to like be better with the blind spot, and Ten was helping him for the tuning exam, and he was really trying to like get better. And it's like, so he trained this hard and he's still mid? No. You guys understand, when I came back and Neji was a Jonin and pretty much everyone else was still a Chunin, like, oh yeah, we're still keeping it going. Oh, he gonna have his moment. I'm gonna get the Hyuga, Uchiha, Byakugan versus Sharingan. We did not get that. So it is what it is, though. Shino got that aura. He's selling drugs for sure. Again, Uchiha make 2% of the village population, yet make 50% of the worst villains in the world. I thought earlier someone said it was like 10%, but it's true. Like they all became like whatever. Neji death was. Kishi could have done something else, man. Kill Rock Lee. Kill Kiba. Not even leave Akamaru. Get Kiba out of here. Him and Gaara lost hatred and fell off immediately strength wise. Apparently, Gaara has a lot of chakra natures, like 3, like wind, lightning, and earth. I didn't know that. I do find it interesting that most of the Kazekages have like an elemental. What did you say above? Off topic. What do you like? What do you like more, and what do you think is better between Kubera and Monstrous? Well, Monstrous, I can tell you immediately, Monstrous has better artwork. Has better artwork. You see, it's hard for me to compare that on the spot immediately. I would be honest and say Kubera I like more right now just because of what's going on in the current arc and because I engage with it pretty much on a weekly basis and talk about it so much. So it's on my mind more, but like Monstrous is like my favorite ongoing graphic novel, the same way Kubera is my favorite ongoing webtoon. That's hard to say. Let me think about that. Let me screenshot this first and foremost. Let me think about that. But I think Kubera has better, probably just has better inherent character arcs. But Sana Takeda's artwork is definitely clean. Swallowing. My bad. But yeah, it's that's tough. Cause like when I think about my favorite ongoings with Kubera, Monstrous, and like the JoJo lands, it's like I kind of come to Kubera Monstrous for similar reasons, but I don't know. It's hard to say. I only asked because a new Monster issue dropped today. Oh, I know. I'm behind 2 issues right now. Behind 2 issues. I think the newest volume should be out soon. I have to check again. But my comic book gang, gotta swallow the saliva so I can speak more clearly. And Naruto released a bunch of what ifs. Could have been great, man. Damn, that's how he died. You should have let him die with the Sasuke mission secretly. Had to lie about the numbers for the agenda. Make Hokage great again. You saw something to say on my comment. No, I think the part about your comment that resonated with me the most is that like it would be if you don't enjoy Naruto and Sasuke as characters or either or as characters, part 2 would probably become increasingly more frustrating for you to like experience because you don't particularly care about their narrative. And it's not that I didn't care, it's just that I cared about so many other characters a lot more and wanted them to get a little bit more shine and focus and maybe expound upon them a little bit more. I know they have their moments. I do like the moment with the whatever combination against Asuma. That was dope. I know Rock Lee did kind of help her out in the end. He was there with my guys like final moments and stuff. Like there's those moments, but I don't know. I'll give Obito one thing that he said that kind of moved me. I forgot. I'll give him this one point. When Neji died, he looked at Naruto and said, "I thought you would have let any of your comrades die." That would have triggered me. If I was Naruto, that would have triggered me. I got triggered. In the moment right there, I would have went into a blind rage. That was kind of a hard ass line. I can't even lie to you. Like I thought no one was gonna die. It's like, oh shit. That would have pissed me off. That would have set me into a rage. So yeah, Kubera versus the Monsters could be a video. It could be, but I don't see the need to pit 2 legends against each other. I could do a Kubera and Monsters video and glaze them. Hell yeah. But versus to pit 2 legends that are coexisting together, I don't feel the need, sir. A monstrous. You should read this, babes. You should read this. But yeah, I think another thing I'm gonna do soon is I'm gonna take what I believe are the 6 most popular or the 6 most, I guess maybe well-known energy / magic systems in manga and talk about all of it. Cause Nah, I need to save that. But I'm gonna let everyone know I'm about to hype up the 7 dying wolf flames of the sky. We hating on Naruto? Let's go. I wasn't hating. I was asking if I was unfair in my video. I wasn't hating. I was being fair. I thought I was being fair. Takasugi Gintoki Mo better. Oh, go. You reread those 3 before Kubera, man. Leads really hurt you. We hating. Bring it over for me. Then I finished my novel today. How was Empire of Wilds? How are you feeling now that it's done? I know sometimes when you finish a good book, you need to sit with it and be like, damn, what an experience, babe. So how did you feel about the book? You think I like it? Hype up what? It's time we have a conversation about men being overrated. Hey, all I know is I'm throwing the 7 dying will flames up there with some of the favorites because boy, it's good. It's good. Hockey might get a little bit of slander. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I actually was gonna suggest you read it. Say less. Sighing like 7 dying will flames. Will flames. The 7 dying will flames is from Katekyoshi Hitaman Ribon. We're gonna talk about it because I want to talk about. I think one aspect of an energy system that is underrated is how you trickle it into the story and how you kind of disperse it, how it starts off and how it permeates and how it grows throughout the narrative. And I think whether or not maybe you like the Dying Will Flame system, I think the way it's so brilliant how Akira Amano did this. It's so good. It's so good. Say less. You have literally not read any of the books I've given you yet. I haven't read. I don't have time to read. Where am I getting the time? I'm trying. I can't believe in the last 2 years I became a bad book reader. I'm so mad at myself. The shack is right there, though. The shack is right there. Real book readers don't be reading people's recommendations. I used to always say that. I used to always say, like, listen, I got my own list. I got to get through my backlog. My video game backlog just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Oh, Lord. I miss having more time. I just don't have it anymore. But I guess this is just adult life and growing up. Suppose that's life. But let me do some shilling. A little bit of shilling. Then we're going to wrap up because it is about to be real Empire hours. I actually still have a lot of editing to do to get that video out in time. My Tower God videos are not cooking right now, but that's okay. Just by the way, just in case you know, we got 501 subscribers on the new channel. Let's go. I was gonna say, I forgot. To be fair, Naya, I don't even see the reels that get sent to me, so you're not that bad. The only reels. Oh shit, my camera died. My bad. The only reels. You can't hear me. You can't see me. Hold on, my camera died. Hold up. You said both of them? Why can't you hear me, though? Okay, that should have brought me back. Wrong screen. Deactivate or reactivate? What's up? Man, I hate that it makes me do this. I'm gonna have to find a really good camera that I don't have to unplug. I'm really in the shadow realm right now, though. Why are you doing this? I just charged this blood clot camera. There we go. Fuck. Sepia tone. Okay, you guys sleep. Nice dream. All right, peace out, man. Peace out. Yeah, I only watch the reels my girlfriend sent to me. I don't watch reels. I'm like actually upset when people send me too many reels. I'm like, oh my fuck, I don't even watch half of these. I just hit like, just give you a thumbs up. I'm not watching this shit. Okay, let's wrap up here. Just I didn't even need to be on camera for this from what I'm about to do, but it has to go up, right? Appreciate all the love on this video. Stay tuned for next week. For anybody who was late or came and didn't watch it, go peep the newest video on that channel. The link is right here. Tomorrow, me, Pat, and Alan are launching the Baroque's Work broadcast. That is our One Piece podcast. That's going to be a monthly thing, but you will get 3 pretty much, like pretty frequently, just to catch up for January and February. And the following Wednesday, March 20th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is going to be the big Family Head Tower of God stream. It's going to be Haku, Bonehead, Roncan, me, Ryzen, Ordering Mark, Animosity, what's the other one? Animal. Lizard will probably be there. Maybe Lizard East might be there. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody, but like it's gonna be the JD, the Otaku Fix, and stuff like that. So we're gonna have a big Tower of God discussion. I'm very excited. I'm setting it up. I'm still working on the topics and show notes and everything of the sort. But yeah, man, we got a lot to look forward to. We do. I'm very excited for the future of the content we're gonna make and whatnot. To give you 2 weeks to catch up. I feel that you got some time. That being said, you guys be safe. Thank you for rocking with me. Got to get some more work done, and it is Empire Hours. Go watch Simi play the video game. Y'all be safe. Signing out.